Hello everybody and welcome back to Let's Play Pandemic 2. Last time we started off our disease as the, preposterous egg... people? Something? No, the preposterous egg poopin' peeps, that's what it was. And this time we're gonna go for realistic once again. And, only this time I think we're going to go as the bacteria to swap things up. Like I mentioned before, I think we're gonna start off with the virus, go ahead, try a new one as the bacteria, and then follow up on the parasite, just to get a little bit of a taste of all of the classes, you know? And then, after that, depending on if the series is still going on, which, from what I've heard in regards to, when my computer should be coming back to me, it's probably gonna be quite a bit, but you know, that's perfectly fine and okay. We'll have a bunch of fun times with this in the meantime, but we'll probably come back and mess around with them individually. I remember from my youth, the parasite was my favorite, but like I said, we can mix them all up. But today, let's go ahead and go with the bacteria, and once again, for our disease name, I think we could go ahead and make this one the Scumbag Killer. That'll be a grand old disease right here. We're gonna kill all the scumbags in the world, which apparently, according to our disease here, is everyone. So that'll be a bunch of fun times to be sure. We started off in Russia this time, which is obviously new compared to the last one where we got to start off down in Madagascar. Little bit unfortunate because that means Madagascar is going to be our prime target to get to, because as I mentioned before, at least as far as me and a childhood friend of mine were concerned, and still a big friend of mine, Madagascar, we believe, is the hardest place to get into. So, Russia's a good place to start, though. It means we have plenty of places to expand off to in the future, because it's connected to so many places by straight-up borders. But that might be a bad thing as well, because obviously the more disease spreads, the more, people will become aware of us. So, last time I think we decided that we're going to try to play it more stealthy. We're gonna wait on transmission until we get a lot of our resistances up. But then again, our resistances themselves might make us more noticeable, but it doesn't say that straight up. And I don't see it affecting the visibility. It may be, and it's just like such a small effect that it has that I have no clue what's going on. But for the time being, I think we could go ahead and go to the ×3 speed, just to give us get us a lot of evolution points as we start off here, because really, the game's gonna be a little stagnant at the beginning, as is all types of games like this, where you start off as a wee little creature, but you grow more and more powerful until you are far more powerful than anyone could possibly imagine. So. And seeing as we're playing as the bacteria rather than the virus, we are obviously going to evolve a bit more slowly than we did before. Strategy by the time we get to the parasite, because the parasite is of course the one that evolves the slowest, and a lot of the early game in regards to this game in particular is obviously based on how much you evolve and all that jazz. Could get an art here, but that's gonna unlock something for us, so I think we want to be stealthy for the time being. Let's go ahead and evolve these all up one more time. I don't think we necessarily need to get to level 3 before we start increasing our transmission, or some of the symptoms maybe. I think that might be a good way to go. Really, as I mentioned in the past, it's been... besides the first episode of this I recorded, it has literally been like years since I played this game, so I don't really know what's the best route to take. I mean, maybe it would be better to take some of the symptoms stuff so we could start hurting people, but I'm pretty sure that would just increase our visibility. Like, that's what's the good thing about getting the resistances early on, at least as far as I know, because this stuff is, doesn't really affect people's ability to discover us. Although, the infectivity... Oh no, infectivity is our ability to infect others, not how many people are infected. Speaking of which, let's actually go ahead and check how many people are infected. Probably can just check straight up in Russia. Yeah, not many people are infected in Russia so far, at least everything considered. Oh, shoot, but we're actually growing pretty fast. If any of you are aware what makes our disease evolve, that would be very, very interesting to me, because I don't know if it evolves based on how many people you infect, or if it's just like an overtime kind of thing. That would be something that I'd be really, really happy to hear about what influences that, because I'm sure the game does tell you directly somewhere, and I'm just a complete ding-dong and I've never noticed, but I've never noticed, and I don't know what causes that. So let's actually look at the world map really quick. I apologize for any framiness that's happening here. At my school, you can only rent out the computers for 3 hours at a time, which is really stupid. And I think I've actually got a weaker one than I did yesterday, and all of these computers are very old. You could tell just by looking at the machine how old they are, not even before you boot it up, really. Okay, Russia is the only infected region currently, which makes a lot of sense because we haven't worked on any of our, any methods of transferring the disease to other people or spreading it. Which might be what we want to start working on now, although I think this is how we handled everything last time, and it wasn't able to spread fast enough. It either wasn't able to spread fast enough, or it wasn't lethal enough. No, I think the main problem was that it spread too fast, while still being very easy, while not being difficult enough to discover. So let's actually go ahead and start working. We'll go into, rodents. And let's also make it airborne. That should, I think that could be a good mix. Then we'll hold off a bit on points, because one thing that I do remember from when I played this game as a kid. Ah, nice. Okay, our disease is starting to spread now. It's in the Middle East, Russia, Eastern Europe, Japan, China. Okay, cool. They haven't discovered this yet, as well, or at least they haven't started working on a vaccine. That's another thing, actually, that I don't know that I should probably look into. Can people become aware of you before they start working on the vaccine, or once they start, or does the fact that they've started working on the vaccine mean that they've officially started, like, working on trying to take you down? Our disease arrived in Greenland. That's nice. That's actually a place that we missed last time. I don't think it's landed in the US, though. Actually, it did land in Cuba, though, so that's pretty close by. Might be able to beat up some American scum in the future, or, of course, go into, like, Canada, all the North Americas and South Americas in the future as well. So, disease arrives in in West Europe and North America. Cool beans. Oh god, okay, things are actually, people are starting to shut down things, so I think we need to start working on our disease. Let's go ahead and evolve. We'll evolve insect and waterborne. And then what can increase its spreading? Coughing can help spread your disease, while it may also cause lung damage. So let's get coughing early on to keep on spreading it. I don't think any of these really helped, so why don't we also go ahead and go for drug resistance, get 2 stages of that, so the drug will be able to stay around and do a little moisture survivability as well. I don't think we need to start worrying about these, in all honesty. I don't think we need to start worrying about the symptoms until they start working on a cure. Because that means, unless we're getting a symptom that helps the disease spread, like coughing. Looking in hindsight, we probably should have gotten coughing a bit earlier than I did before, and that's totally my bad. But, you know, we learned, and now we'll just have to deal with it. It has Madagascar. Oh, no! Crap. Madagascar closed their shipyards. Oh, here comes the vaccine, too. Madagascar doesn't even have any hospitals, so even though hospitals are open, that means absolutely nothing. Or at least they don't have any major hospitals that could build vaccines against us. Borders are open for South Africa, so the disease still has a chance to spread there. As long as it connects through everything else. That thing is shut down, so the disease is 100% in North Africa. So obviously we're not going to be able to conquer everything, but I think this is actually a run that's worthwhile continuing to see whether or not their vaccine can stop us, and see how much we can infect other than Madagascar. Like, clean regions are still the United States? I know we infected North America, but the United States is still clean? That's interesting. Hopefully they haven't closed off all their barriers along with everywhere else except Madagascar, since we know that is the case scenario here. I love how in this game this disease spreads like frickin' wildfire. It's been 19 days and all of this has happened so far. Like, that is absolutely insane. We don't have any dead population yet, so we did take down a fair number of hospitals for this far into the game, though. 194 days until completion. That gives us plenty of time. Plenty of time that we actually will probably need. What area is that? Oh, that's New Zealand, of course. Yeah, we also failed to get at New Zealand, which sucks. We did get Japan this time, though. I know Japan was one of the ones that we missed. Have all the borders been... No. Everything's open in Western Europe, so... And they're infected anyways, so of course we conquered those scum. Has North America closed down everything? Holy cow, they actually might have. Borders are still open, so we should be able to infect them before too long. Actually, is anyone... Yeah, we actually got the infected inside, so... Sucks to their Asmar. Got infected down there. Ooh, 0 infected there. Borders are open, though. And, let's scroll this down. Holy cow, that was really laggy. Infected down there, and the borders are indeed open. Okay, well, let's keep on working on our disease a little bit more, see if we can get, anything else to change in that. Probably want to unlock the whole new tier of things right now. And in fact, that actually didn't give us anything for free. That was one question I had. I wasn't sure if it always gives you something for free, so it's nice to know that in fact, is not always the case. Means we could have upgraded earlier, but I don't know, probably wasn't too much of a point to it, everything considered now. How's their cure coming along? Yeah, it's gonna take them forever. Let's go ahead and go to ×3 again. I don't think there's too much of a point. This game should be called, like, Infect the World and Change the Seasons, because I love how all the world starts turning into, like, browns and orangish reds as time goes on. It's really, like, kind of, watching, the leaves change with the seasons and all that jazz. In a very diabolical way, considering the theme of this game, it's kind of pretty. Kind of pretty and silly. So they've barely got any hospitals running. Of course they will someday be able to complete the vaccine, because New Zealand here is a bunch of scumbags who didn't want to get infected. I'm surprised Cuba is still up and running. The hospital in Cuba is. We took them out pretty early. Okay, cool. The infected got into Brazil. Brazil was the only place... Yeah. Brazil was the final one down here that didn't have any infected inside, so they're all pretty much screwed. The last virus has the lowest visibility rate, if I am correct. The parasite kinda makes me worry about how that'll go. I guess we'll just play, like, ×3 the whole time, because... So this is the thing that's sucky about any disease except for the virus. Once you get into the mid/late game, you just evolve so frickin' slowly. That's my one complaint about this game, I would say. Things can really slow down once you get pretty far. Because look, in all that time, we only got one evolution thing, and we still have so much to buy. Granted, we spent, like, most of our evolution points on our resistances and transmission and stuff like that, when we could have spent it on some symptoms, but, you know, let's give everyone diarrhea. That's the best thing to do. Dementia could have been really fun as well. Dementia only costs 3. Wow, we'll be able to get that pretty quickly. Basically, right now, I think we would just pick up the funny diseases to start trying to mess with people and all that jazz. But you know what? I think we're gonna try one more really quick. Let's do a new game. We don't need to come up with a clever name for this one or anything like that. We'll just, not all traits are available. Games are much shorter than realistic, less in-depth. Let's go ahead and try relaxed. I've never done a relaxed before, and actually I don't know if I've ever played relaxed in this game. And we'll just do the virus, and we'll name it, Tom. How do you spell Tom? Is it just that? After a virus named Tom, which is a pretty cool game. I never finished it. The game actually gets pretty hard towards the end. It becomes, like, in some regards, like more of a platformer than anything else because of how quick you need to be with solving all the puzzles and moving your guy around and stuff like that. But a super cool game. If you haven't played a virus named Tom, go check out A Virus Named Tom. We started off in Cuba. That's an interesting one, especially since it's such a freaking small place. And look, we're already up to 30 evolution points. That's what I like to see. Oh shoot, fever is the start of our thing. That actually might be a pretty good one. Sneezing increases the spread, right? Yeah. So let's actually get sneezing right off the bat. Maybe coughing as well, but I think we should work on these first. Let's get one of each. And then we'll wait a little bit. Our infectivity rate is actually probably, everything considered, pretty damn high. Considering how early it is in the game. We just got started. Like, is that pretty much just... Fever shouldn't... Yeah, fever is barely noticeable at all, which is obviously really, really good. But fever shouldn't be something that makes it spread really well, like sneezing. So I guess sneezing gave us like all of those points. That's actually really damn good. I had no idea sneezing was that good. So our disease is just still chilling in Cuba. We haven't really expanded off into the rest of the galaxy quite yet, or the known world. So let's go ahead and we've got 75 points. So once again, we'll upgrade all of these. Basically, what I think we want to do, I'm imagining this has to be the way to success in this game. We've got to, like, evolve as quickly as possible before spreading as like, we want to evolve, this is how we're gonna play this. This is gonna be a test one. We're gonna get all of our resistances really high. I think getting them all to level 3 like we did here is going to be high enough. And we won't make it lethal yet, but, but we will eventually buy coughing along with all 4 transmission things all at once. Because what I want to do... but then our disease won't be spreading very secretly. You know what? That actually might be good enough. Oh god, Cuba's starting to get a little red. It did arrive in India, though, so that's a good start. You know what? Let's try what I was saying. Oh my god, this game's so freaking framey. I apologize for that so much, guys. Like I've said, there's not really anything that I could do about this, especially seeing as this is not my computer. So yeah, our visibility is somewhat high now, but so is our infectivity. Do the resistances increase our infectivity? I don't think it would at all. Let's just continue on now, and see how well we could grow here. Actually, in the meantime, let's actually read these, because I don't know, I haven't spent any time looking at the traits, which is really, really silly of me. We are expected, which scientists will be able to develop a that should be a working vaccine faster than usual. Durable, heat resistance, 1 enabled. Okay, that's why we started with that. And your disease evolves faster than any other class of disease. You are more vulnerable to the environment, but are more infective than usual. Okay. I feel like any time now, people are gonna start closing down their barriers, though. Although, actually, we've only really... okay, now we're gonna start spreading all over the place. I had a feeling that would be the case, since we bought a bunch of the, transmission things. Obviously, those are the main thing that goes into allowing our disease to spread and all that jazz. But the resistances obviously do help as well. Shoot, a vaccine already. That was quick. Oh, come on, Madagascar! Friggin' jerkwads always closing off their base before we can spread and create a mockery to everyone. Okay, let's unlock tier 2. Might as well just do everything that we can in this time. Hypersensitivity, that was the really, really good one because that makes everyone more sensitive to it. And let's, oh, we can't quite get kidney failure. We'll get kidney failure after this as we watch the hospitals die. One thing that would be nice about this game, I wish you could zoom out more than you can starting off, because you can't really zoom out very much at the beginning of the game. Borders are open indeed. Oh shoot, borders are actually closed down there. I think that means it's actually gonna be impossible to infect most of Southern America. Which is a damn shame once again. I think we actually did worse here than we did last time. Yeah, I don't think we've infected Greenland and all. The visibility, the extra visibility that the virus has really kind of screws it over, I'm starting to understand. Let's go ahead and buy kidney failure and see what insanity rungs amok from that. So, does time still go on when you're on the world tab? No, definitely not. That's unfortunate. We have killed a lot of people though. That's always the fun part about this game. And all that jazz. How long until 92 days until they complete it? Okay, that would take a while. Alright, well, seeing as there probably isn't going to be much that is going to come... Oh, we did get New Zealand. Seeing as there probably isn't much that is going to come from the future of just watching this right here, besides more countries dying and all that jazz, I think we're actually going to call it off at this moment. Thank you all for watching. If you enjoyed the video, please consider leaving a like, a comment, and or subscribing if you have not. I am the Egg Scrambled Gamer, and I will see you all next time.